Awesome. Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome to our January team call. We do this once every month. For those of you that haven't been on a call yet, each month I like to bring on somebody that I just love and I think all of us could benefit from hearing. And today, if you haven't noticed the post on Facebook, coaches were being announced as elite teams. So this was the official announcement. So being an elite team for the year is a big, big deal. So congratulations to all of you. We are an elite team for 2015. But Jen, who is speaking tonight, is officially an elite coach of 2015 for her very first time as well. So I'm like, this girl is the bomb. I know I showed you guys, I posted a graphic, Jen, I'm sorry, of the Smart Ass Fitness Success Club leaderboard for December with Jen Wall at the very top, like she is in pretty much every leaderboard and in the rankings. She's a pharmacist, she's a mom, she is coaching and she's just killing it, and she's got a heart of gold. I've had the privilege of talking with her a lot one-on-one over Facebook. We kind of brainstorm together and ask questions, and she's just real like all of us. So that's why I thought, a real person, crazy life, still making this business work. That's the best possible person we could hear from, right? So I'm just gonna unmute you, Jen, if I can find you here, and I'm gonna pass it right on over to you. Okay, I think you're all set.
Hi. Thank you. So I just got home and I just got the call from Jeff and Arno. So I'm kind of a little bit all over the place. So I'm like, oh gosh, I have to do a team call. Oh geez. So I apologize if I'm not 100% all focused here. But I did make some slides. So I will share my screen. Can I do that from here? Yeah, I can. Awesome. Why can't I see what I want? Okay, hold on. What do I want here? It's up here. Let's see. It's not gonna show me what I want. Well, that's not gonna work out very good. So you guys are gonna see my super cluttered desktop because I got 100 things open all over the place. There we go. Can you see it as a whole screen now? Is that better? You don't see all my chaos in the background? Okay, awesome. So I guess I'll start with my story. And my story starts, you know what, back before I had kids and before everything, I was introduced to Beachbody back in 2007 with this program called Slim in 6. I know some of you guys have done that one. I didn't even really go into it looking for a health and fitness thing. I just graduated pharmacy and we had gone on this trip to sort of celebrate, and we came back and I saw these pictures and I thought, oh my God, is that what I really look like? And I guess over the 5 years of university, I'd been sitting and studying and not eating well. And in my head, I guess I didn't see what was happening. Those 10, 15, 20 pounds, I didn't really notice them coming on until I saw this picture of me in a bathing suit at the end, and I was just like, whoa, what happened? But I still was not looking for anything. It wasn't until I went to my mother-in-law's house one day and she had this package, and it had this workouts and these resistance bands, and I was like, oh, what's this? And she was like, oh, it's something I'm gonna try. And she is a chronic starter and stopper and a yo-yo dieter. And I kind of thought, you know what? I'm going to do this with her and I'm going to hold her accountable. And it was a little bit selfish too, because I was like, oh, and I might lose some extra weight, which would be nice. But I mostly did it for her to help hold her accountable. So I guess that was kind of my very first challenge group. It was just me and her, and we went through the eating plan, and we made grocery lists, and we went grocery shopping together, and I would call her every single day on my way home from work and check in, did you do your workout? How'd it go? And we got through the whole 6 weeks. And she ended up losing, I can't remember how much weight, but I know that I lost 15 pounds. And I was floored. I was like, I didn't think I had 15 pounds to lose. So that's where my love with Beachbody really started. And then from there, I just went on and really became like a Beachbody junkie. You know, I went on to like Turbo Jam and then the one with the ball, and then Shailene Extreme came out, and I just fell in love with that program. I think I did 2 rounds of it to get ready for my wedding, and I know that Morgan loves that program. Like, you just feel like Superwoman. Like, you're doing like these push-ups with your weights, and I'm like, yeah, I'm strong. So that was until I got married, and then we decided to have kids. And things were really hard for us. I had gotten my body to a point where I had very little body fat, and I kind of had to undo some of that, and it took a year to get pregnant because I kind of had to undo all that hard work that I had done. So that was really hard on me. I still loved working out, but I couldn't go as hard as I wanted to. And we kind of like almost given up on the thought that we would be able to have kids, and we were going to do like fertility treatments. And then, you know, like it just happened. And I totally believe that there's always like a time for everything. And it happened. And I kind of took a hiatus from fitness. But I want to have another, and I don't want to have to go through that whole period again. So it wasn't until my daughter, Anna, was about 7 months old that I was reintroduced to Beachbody. A friend of mine had started coaching, and she was telling me about this T25 program, and I thought, you know what? Okay, I can do it. Like, we're done our family, and I've got 25 minutes a day. I know I can do it. I was a little nervous because I was like, ooh, Shaun T, Insanity. I don't know if I can do that. She was like, no, it's not as crazy as Insanity. So I was like, okay. So I went into it, signed up, bought a challenge pack. We went in this challenge group, and I hated Shakeology. I thought it was disgusting. I obviously didn't make it right. I just had as a pharmacist, and my mom is a dietitian, I had this whole conception that you don't need a shake to lose weight. And I was like, I have done Turbo Jam and Shailene Extreme and Slim and Six, and I didn't use a shake then, and I got results. Why do I need to use it now? But my daughter was not sleeping. Like, I had not slept a night in like 10 months. And I started using Shakeology, and after a week, the taste grew on me, obviously. But after a week, I had like energy that was crazy. And I thought, you know what? Even if it doesn't help me lose weight, if it just helps me have extra energy, I am hooked on this stuff. And that's when I ended up calling Miguel, who's my coach. And I said, you know what, I want to sign up with this thing. You're in Canada, you're top coach in Canada, you like live down the road. I'm going to sign up, and I don't want to do this business thing you're doing, but I definitely want to save some money because I've got piles of programs here that I could have saved 25% on. So that's sort of how I started coaching. And then it evolved from there. I went back to work after my mat leave. And for me, that's 10 hours a day at work. And I had just gone off of this awesome mat leave. I was doing so many things with my family. We were having tons and tons of fun. And then I went back to work, and it was just this like mad scramble every morning. I was like snapping and yelling at the kids, like, get ready, get dressed, get out the door. And I would get to work, and I'd feel guilty, and I would beat myself up all day. And then I would get home at 7:30, and the kids go to bed at 8. And I would be tired and just like not the most enthusiastic person. And then I would put them to bed, and then I would feel guilty again that I just like didn't have any time with them. And after a couple of weeks of that, I just thought, why on earth am I here at work all day giving the 10 best hours of my day to somebody else so that they don't have to be at work and they can be out living their life and being with their family? And I just couldn't see it going on like that for like another 20 or 30 years. I just thought there's no way that I can be that mom. So that's when I really started looking into our team and seeing what they were doing. And I saw these people quitting their jobs, and I saw that they had little kids and young families. And I thought, you know what, if they can do it, so can I. So that was the end of November, December last year. So last December, my husband and I, we sat down and we were like, okay, we're going to make this a go. We are going to go all in for 2 years, and let's see what happens. So that was the time frame we gave ourselves. So last December, I went all in. I had this little motivation to get on that Cancun trip I was like, all these people are going on this trip. I'm going. Someone's bringing me in a suitcase. So I worked so hard. I hit Success Club 100 in December. And I really believe that like totally catapulted my success for this year. Working hard in December totally gave me tons and tons of momentum going into the new year. So I earned that trip. And I really think that built a lot of momentum. I had great challenge groups. I converted a lot over to coaches. And then I kind of made a goal for myself that I wouldn't hit less than Success Club 50 for the entire year. So I just did that. And I was like, whew, okay. And now we're an elite team. So at the beginning of 2015, I was just an Emerald coach. I didn't even have a team. So in 1 year, I have built a crazy team. So I'm super, super proud of them. We are now an elite team. We were ranked 17 overall in the company. So today I wanted to share a little bit with you guys kind of how I did it. I get a lot of questions about that and with working full time and how you fit it in, plus a family. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. So this is a big thing that people, when we become coaches, I think they get overwhelmed. And they think that they have to be somewhere else. And even new coaches that are joining my team, they're like, oh my God, I can't do everything that you're doing. I don't know where to start. And I think this is really key, especially now at the beginning of the year. And if you're a new coach, that you need to just start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. You cannot do everything. Like when Morgan started, she didn't have a web page and all on Instagram and all over her like page. And Lindsay Matway, when she started, she didn't have this crazy YouTube channel. Like, you didn't have a huge following like that. Melanie Mitchell didn't have a crazy blog with a following. You just start where you are, and you do the 3 vital behaviors, and you start to build on that. So use the skills that you have, and that's your new coach training. That's your upline. There's all kinds of YouTube videos, Google, all kinds of things. And just do what you can every single day. I think the biggest thing in this business is being consistent with those little activities every day. Those 3 vital behaviors, they are vital for a reason. They are what build your business. If you aren't doing those things, your business isn't going to build on itself. So I really like this quote. Okay, so this is what I do every day. I share it with my team, and I'll break down with you guys kind of how I do it. So every morning I get up at 5:30 and I do my workout. And I honestly think doing your workout every single day is huge. You don't have to post a video, but you have to post something, because people don't really care if you have a huge transformation. They don't really care if you've lost 50 pounds or 100 pounds. What they want to know is that you're going to show up every day, that you're going to be there for them, and that if they get stuck, they know that you're going through the same thing, that you're showing up, that you can help them, that you're not going to bail on them like 2 weeks in. They want to know that you're still going to be there. So getting your workout done every day. And drink Shakeology. Obviously, on my way to work, I would listen to podcasts, personal development. There's all kinds of personal development. I find a lot of people get stuck on the business personal development, and they're like trying to learn how to do all these things, and they get caught up in that. And I think a big part of coaching is really personal. Like, you need to find what it is that's holding you back, whatever you're telling yourself in your head that you can't do it, you're not, whatever it is, you're not outgoing enough, or you don't know enough, whatever it is, that's what you need to focus on. I know a lot of people, they ask me, well, what should I do? Well, what should I do? And I'm like, well, what's holding you back? And a lot of the time it's self-confidence. So a huge thing that I recommend is Shailene Johnson's Courageous Confidence Club. I love that. I did that last January when it came out. I need to do it again. But I think that's really key. It helps you with this business, and it helps you just like talking to people in real life. A lot of this is like messaging back and forth, but I really think that that course can help you even be a better communicator online. Like, I learned about smiley faces, and I was like, that's so stupid. Who puts smiley faces in things? And Shailene straight up says, use smiley faces. Like, you're stupid if you don't put smiley faces in. People love them. So even little things like that, you can pick up from there. We need to share our story. And a lot of it, like these posts that we do on Facebook, we're just sharing our daily life, whatever it is, but we're doing it to inspire someone. A big part about coaching isn't so much about join my workout plan or these shakes that I'm drinking. A lot of it's just like, you want to inspire someone because they want to have something that you have in your life, whether it's the freedom or your fitness or your eating, but you want to inspire them that they want to be like you. Not that they want to be like you, but they want to have that lifestyle. And I think that's what your post should be about. Just you're happy with your family, that you're exercising, you're taking care of yourself, that you're important enough to yourself to take 30 minutes a day to just honor yourself and do something that's good for you. Because a lot of times, I know as moms, we put ourselves out there for our family and for other people, and we kind of get sort of forgotten about and left behind. So I think that a lot of moms really like that they can take just 30 minutes a day to focus on themselves. Even if their kids are running around and it's craziness, I think it's really important to do that. So just you want to inspire somebody every single day. You want to make sure that you're adding new people to your network, so inviting, whether it's to your next challenge group, your next clean eating group, whether it's to the business, you want to make sure that you are inviting every day. And it doesn't have to be like, hey, join my challenge group, or it's a sneak peek. It can be that inspires someone. That can be inviting about your shake, about your workout, asking people if they've done it. That gets lots of people to post on it. And gets seen on other people's feeds. So then if they're liking it, then you can go and comment on their stuff too. Sharing 3 times a day, that's sort of the same thing. Checking your online office. I would do that when I got to work until I got kicked off of teambeachbody.com at work. Then I had to use my phone. So check your online office every day. There's always like announcements and updates on things. Make sure you're inviting people to learn about the business. I find a lot of coaches get caught up in how to talk about the business. And it doesn't have to be all these big posts that are like, I made X amount of dollars, or join my sneak peek, or do you want to be a coach? It can be little things like, I earned $50 and that helped put gas in my car, or I earned $200 this week and that paid for my kids' daycare. Little things like that resonate more with people than I made $1 million in Beachbody this year, because that seems like so out there. Or I bought this brand new car. It sounds great, but it doesn't sound like the average person can achieve that. So I think those little posts really hit home with people, like little things that you can do, even if it's like, I just took my family out for dinner that we couldn't have afforded to do before. Where else I'm here? Commenting on other people's statuses. One of the things, I think I picked it up from Lindsay Matway at the beginning, was that you can earn a new follower by following, what was it, a 5-3-1 rule? Comment or like 5 of their posts, comment on 3, and you will have 1 new follower. So I try to follow that as much as I can. Once they see that you're connecting with them. I find this is really good with follow-ups. Sometimes you do follow-ups with people and you don't hear anything back. It's just like, hello, I can see that you read my message, but you're not responding. Sometimes I'll go to their page and then I'll go back and I'll like some things and comment, and then it kind of like re-triggers them. And I'll do another follow-up a couple of days later, and then you'll start to get a response. So I find that that really works. I would do this in the morning, post in all my groups, post on my, well, not post on my Facebook, but post in all my groups. One thing that I've started to do that has helped is I started using Hootsuite to schedule my challenge group posts, my new coach training posts, stuff like that, because that can get a little bit repetitive. The only thing I find is that some people, they schedule it and then they forget to check in because it kind of happens automatically. So you just have to make sure that you are actually checking into your challenge groups and not just letting these automatic posts happen. You can also use Hootsuite for your personal page. It'll post on your page. So if you're working, you can have it post for you in the middle of the day. So if you're at work, it can kind of just happen. Make sure you return all your messages. Get on team calls. They are so important. I've never, ever been on a team call where I didn't learn at least one thing that I could implement into my business right away. So team calls, I think, are huge. Check your Facebook page, your team Facebook page, follow up with people, and then have weekly goals every single week. Make sure you have a goal, whether it's make sure that you talk to 5 people or you add 2 people to your challenge group, whatever your goal is, make sure you have weekly goals. And then every single month, hit Success Club. That's what grows your business. If you're not hitting Success Club, you're not growing your business and you're not helping people, and you are missing out on some huge opportunities. You get cool gifts, and if you're an Emerald coach, you hit Success Club 10, you get paid leads, which if you did that in December, you are already getting lots of leads. Like, that is crazy. New Year's resolution effect. Make sure that you're adding 2 coaches to your team every month at a minimum. Encourage your coaches to hit Success Club. That's what's going to help them see success right away. Lots of people want to see that they're actually earning some income. So if you get them to hit Success Club right away, that's going to help them believe in themselves. Make sure you're running a challenge group every single month. Make sure you're following up with past challenge groups, people who said no. Morgan, I think, actually said this at a Super Saturday when Sigi was here in Winnipeg. And that, I totally took that. She said, when people say no, it takes the pressure off you by just saying, that's okay, I run a group every single month. You let me know when you're ready. And that has really helped take a lot of that, like, oh, they said no. Oh, they said no. So I'm just like, okay, it's on you. When you're ready, shoot me a message. And I still follow up with them. And I find that even now, like someone from, I think last December was like, okay, I'm ready. I've been following you for a year. I'm like, oh, okay, yes. I planted that seed a year ago. So people, they do follow you. Just make sure you're following up, and just don't take no personally. It's not that they're saying no to you. They're just not ready. People have all kinds of stuff going on in their life, and you don't know what it is. So don't take it personally. Just know that you are there for them when they're ready. Make sure you're always evaluating your goals, and then do that every single month. I can't remember who this quote is for, whether it's like Brittany or Katie. I can't remember, but this business is simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. Just focus on these small basic things that are easy to do, but easy not to do. If you're consistent, you will see results. So I really think that just doing these things every day really helped me build a solid business. It seems like a lot when you go through all that, but you can like bang off a whole bunch of stuff. You kind of get into a routine, find like a schedule that works for you. Mine was like getting up early to get stuff done and staying up late after the kids were in bed. That's how I did it, because I was at work all day. So yeah, that's that one. What else do I have? Okay, challenge groups. How are we doing for time? 7:23. This is where I think it is super important as a coach to connect with your challengers. And I think as coaches, sometimes we get kind of hung up in the fact that we've done the 21-day fix like 10 times over. And you know that eating plan inside and out. I think it's important to stop and think like a challenger. So what I did last December is I got my little box and I unpacked my box and I made a video for my challengers. And you can make one video and you can reuse it every time. Upload it to YouTube and post that link in there. So unpack your challenge pack and go through everything that's in it, so that if they're missing something, they can get it in time for your challenge group. And I went through a video going through the eating plan with them and the containers. I think it's important to make sure you think like a challenger, because sometimes as coaches, we don't remember all those questions that we had. So if you go through everything and you think of it as it's the first time that you've seen it, I think that will help with your challenge groups to make good posts, because we go through different things along, well, for 21-day fixes, mostly what I do. Like every day, there's sort of a different challenge that comes up. So I think if you think like a challenger going through it the first time, you can kind of tweak your posts so that you can anticipate some of the things that they're going through. For me, I used a point system with an incentive. I gave away the Fix 8 cookbook. I don't ever tally up the points because my point system is based on posts and comments and sharing things. So for me, I can tell who that is. Like there's always someone in the group that is like the super poster and they're commenting on everything. And sometimes like they're commenting on things before I am. So that's what I use. Usually that person becomes a coach and I send them the Fix 8 book. And I think it's important to talk about coaching in your challenge groups. And this is something that I kind of just started doing, and I'm going to show you how I do that. So what else do I have? These are some of the posts that I use in my challenge group. So that is my point system. You get 10 points for sweaty selfies, 10 for motivational quote, Shakeology recipe, recipes in containers. Getting them to post that they got their challenge pack. I give them 30 points if they tag me on my wall that they have a challenge pack. And then I can go, I don't always put them on my wall, but then I can see them and all their friends that comment on them, I can go and like talk to them. And then if they refer a friend, they get 50 points. I do keep track of the referrals because that can throw off your point system. And those are the people that are going to make great coaches. You're like, holy smokes, you referred 5 people. Why aren't you a coach? So that's how I do mine. These are a couple of ones of the posts that I use. I talk about people's fears and how they hold them back. That's during prep week. We talk about goal setting. And then we do day 1 and everybody shares their sweaty selfies. Day 2, we talk about how you're sore and tired and how to get back into it to make sure that you keep moving. Don't take a rest day on the second day. You're only going to be more sore. So you talk about stuff like that. The first weekend, we talk about how to eat healthy when you're eating out, some good options for you. In the second week, we talk about not comparing yourself to other people because sometimes people in the group are like, oh my God, I lost 5 pounds. And then someone else is like, I gained 2 pounds. So we talk about that, how everybody's different. And because I like cheats and treats. So we talk about that, how it's okay. And with the 21-day fix, it's included in the eating plan, and not to beat yourself up, just account for it. It happened and then move forward. So I think if you can think like a challenger and sort of anticipate some of the things that they're going to be going through, I think that makes a huge difference in your challenge group and keeping people engaged. This is something that I learned. Okay, this is really cool because it has really helped me with my business. So in my challenge groups, I do a post on the very first Wednesday, and I post about Shakeology. It's got like all the ingredients and a like picture of the shake or whatever. And I talk about the benefits of Shakeology. I give them my favorite recipe. And then at the bottom, I say, if you're interested if you don't know if you want to change your flavor, send me a message. If you're interested in saving 25% off your orders, shoot me a message. So I kind of like plant a little bit of a seed there. I get a couple of conversations going, but mostly it's kind of just puts a thought in people's head. Then on the next Wednesday, I do share your favorite Shakeology recipe so that they're all sharing, because now they've been doing it for a whole week and they've tried a couple of different things. So I get them to share. And then I also put at the bottom, I remind them about their HD. I talk about the 25% discount. And then I do this post around 3 or 4 o'clock that same day. And I just say, holy smokes, you guys have had so many questions. Instead of just messaging you guys all individually, I thought I would share this with you, some of the benefits of being a coach. So I talk about how you get 25% off, you get it off your Shakeology, you get it off your fitness programs, you get 25% you earn from referrals, and then you get to be part of our exclusive team. I talk about how easy it is to get started. You can sign up for free with a challenge pack. It's $18 a month. It starts your second month. You get to be called a coach, but you don't have to coach anybody, and you don't have to sell anything. There's no annual fees, and you can cancel every time. And this one at the bottom usually gets them that if you use Shakeology for the year, you're going to save about $300 a year. I think it's a little bit more than that. And that's including tax and shipping. I did that to make the number seem big. But that gets people really excited, and lots of questions start happening, and the page kind of blows up. And then what I started doing after that is every time somebody becomes a coach, is I post that in the challenge group. Congratulations to so-and-so. They joined the Unstoppable Fitness team. So excited for them. They're going to earn 25% off their programs and Shakeology. And then once somebody sees that, then another person sees that, and another person sees that. And all these people that were kind of like thinking about it, it kind of gets them to do it. It builds momentum there. So that has been a super huge thing for me that I kind of just learned. What else did I have to talk about? This. If you don't ask, the answer is always no. So don't be afraid to ask people about coaching. So one thing that I do is the very first week in my challenge groups, all those people that are like your super posters, they're like your rock star challengers, I message them all and I thank them for being a part of the group. I thank them for their participation, and I tell them that they are the reason that this group is so successful. And I say, I think you would make a great coach. So they've already seen the one post about the discount, and then I'm telling them, I'm validating them that what they're doing is great and that I think they would be a great addition to the team. Then on the second week, Well, I also follow up with all those people that are kind of missing. And then in the second week, I follow them up again, and I just let them know that I'm so thankful for them being a part of this group, and that I really think that they would make a great coach. And they usually have lots of questions by then, because now they've seen the coach membership post, and they have lots and lots of questions. And then we just kind of start adding people to the team. So I think that challenge groups is a great place to find your next coaches, because they've gone through the program, they've tried the eating plan, they've seen some results, and their friends are seeing their results. So they're starting to build up a customer base that way too. But if you don't ask, you are never going to know. And the answer is always no. I know when I first did this in January, and I actually asked people from my challenge group, I was blown away at how many people said yes. And it wasn't even all those super posters. Some of them are like, no, I'm not interested. I'll just keep paying full price. For a whole year now, they've been paying full price. I'm like, you guys are crazy. But some of those wallflowers that I never ever thought like would be considering coaching, they're like, yeah, I want to do that. I think I could do it. And they've turned into great coaches. So I think it's just important to put yourself out there and ask and give this opportunity to people. And I think that's kind of all I had. I tried to talk really fast, get it all in. I'm going to stop my share here. There we go. Do you guys have any questions for me? I really talked fast. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I just gave them the power to unmute themselves if they wanted to. You have the power.
Okay, did that work? Yeah. I love your point system. That's amazing, because I haven't been doing that in my challenge groups until now. And I just sort of started doing like 10 points for posting the before and after pictures, and a point a day for commenting, you know, participating. So I think that's great that you're doing the referral thing. I never thought of that, because it happens, but why not entice them? So thanks for sharing that. It's huge. Oh, I can't hear you, Jen.
Yeah, no problem. I should do points for before and after pictures. I'm going to add that to mine.
Yeah, I'm going to steal yours. That's great. So thank you.
You're welcome. Not everybody all at once.
Any other questions? I'll give you 5-ish seconds. Good. Well, of course, you all know you can always comment in our team page under Jen's beautiful graphic I shared too, and ask, and I can always ask her too. We kind of chat back and forth, Facebook Messenger too. But Jen, I just like how you said, like, it's simple. It's simple if you keep it simple. It's easy to do. It's easy not to do. And I like wrote down a ton of notes too, because I love that. Like, I'm doing these things, but then I hear from you and I'm like, I should try that. I should try that. You know, like, it's so cool to learn from other people. And I think that's key too. There's no right or wrong way, right? It's like live and learn. Everything you've done, you know, we talk back and forth. Like you said, when you weren't asking people to coach, I'm like, just do it. You're like, okay, I'll do it. And then you did, and it went really well.
Yeah, you need to just ask. I'm like, I don't want to ask. I don't know what to say. What if they ask me something and I don't know? But I know Erin, she told me, she was like, just go diamond and then figure it out. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just figure it out after. And I think that's a lot of what this business is. Just kind of do it before it's ready. Just get it out there and then figure it out as you go along.
Totally. I could
Lots of mistakes happen.
Can I ask another question?
Yeah.
I saw one of your talks, I think it was the bombshell talk, and you were saying that you have like your challengers in your 21-day fix group for a few rounds, and then you move them to like your big group, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So I just started that because, you know, people were sort of like, I'm sick of the posts, even though I was honestly trying to change them all the time, but that's so much work, right? So I decided to do the big group page, and I'm finding like really low participation on that page. I don't know, do you post every day on that page of your returning challengers? Like, how do you manage that page?
I don't post on that page very much, but I have a lot of coaches that are in there that are active, like discount coaches. They don't want to do the business, but they want to be held accountable. And they just post stuff, and they post recipes out almost like it's your baby. You run with it, post whatever you want.
Okay. So you kind of set that up when you said, I'm moving you into this page where it's not going to be like daily posts and.
No. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
I kind of just let them do it because you got so much stuff going on. You can only check in on so many groups.
That's how I'm feeling. And I just started it this month. So I'm like, oh, I don't know what to post for these people. They're sick of the posts. They're, some of them are at their goal. They just want a little bit of support. So, okay. So you're not really doing too much there.
No, I just have my discount coaches basically run it because then they feel like they're doing something and they're helping, and they are helping big time.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Awesome question. Yeah, that was good. Okay, we'll wrap up. Like I said, if you've got any more questions, you can post them in the team page under the graphic. But thank you so much, Jen. That was awesome. I'm going to kind of brain dump on some of your ideas tonight yet. And I'm super excited to host your team call next week.
Yay!
And one more time, congratulations on being an elite team. Like, I can't believe how much from January to December, like you said, Emerald, the 5-star diamond in a year is crazy. Crazy. So congratulations.
Thank you. Congratulations to you. 2-time elite. Woo-hoo.
Thank you. So thanks for joining us, guys. Thank you so much, Jen. I'll have this recording up tomorrow, and everybody have such a great night.
Thank you. Bye.